If statements, as you're familiar with in other languages, are also present in JavaScript. We'll go ahead and keep 5 and 7. And we're going to use conditionals again. I'm going to give us a little space here and scroll down. And we're going to ask, is 5 less than 7? And if it's true, if x is less than y, we're going to set answer, and I deleted set that to a string. If 5 is less than 7, answer will equal this is true, else and I forgot to put semicolons at the end of these lines. Okay, we'll save this. So we're asking here, is x less than y? And an if-else statement allows us to branch code and say, okay, if x is less than y, do this. And else means otherwise. Otherwise, do that. So if x is less than y, the answer will be this is true. And otherwise, the answer will be this is false. Then we're going to output answer into the script output element. So we'll go ahead and save this and refresh our page. We see this is true. Why? Let's substitute in the literal values. If 5 is less than 7, then this is true, shows, correct? Now, this is false is not the case, right? 5 is less than 7. So the code block with an else will never be shown. Let's switch it up. Let's say if x is greater than y, save it. Go ahead and refresh this example page. And now we see the script output. This is false. Is shown. So again, if and else statements are super easy to do in JavaScript. Now, let's say we wanted to have 3 possibilities. We could also say else if x is less than y and have another answer equals. And we're going to change this up. So x is less than y. Up here, we'll change this as true to x is greater than y. And if we look, so if it's not x is greater than y, not x is less than y, then we know x and y are equal here. So what are we going to do here? Well, let's modify the values of x and y. And there's 3 possible answers we're going to show on the screen. And this is using an if, else block. Meaning we're going to first look at the conditional in the if statement and ask, is x greater than y? If that is false, we'll fall back to the second question, which is x less than y? And if this is false, we'll fall to the else statement, which is otherwise, which is a catch-all for any other case. So here, x equals 5 and y equals 7. We're going to fall down to the else if, because 5 is less than 7. So we're going to display on the screen x is less than y. So we'll save this, we'll refresh it, and we see x is less than y. Let's flip the values. Let's say x equals 7 and y equals 5. Go ahead and save that. Take a look. Ask yourself, what's going to happen when we refresh the page? Okay, let's go ahead and refresh the page. And now we see x is greater than y. Okay, so here, x is 7. We hit the first if statement, x is greater than y, and we jump to line 20 because that is true. Now you'll notice here again, because that statement's true, we skip else, if, and else. There's no more need to evaluate the rest of the conditionals. And if we want to talk about the else case, let's set them both equal to each other. Go ahead and refresh our page. And we've actually hit our else case here. Why? Well, we look at the if. The conditional is, if and only if x is greater than y, and that's false. We jump down to that else if. If and only if x is less than y, and that's false. So we jump down to the else case, which is a catch-all, covers everything else otherwise. And that means x is equal to y, and that's what we display on the screen. If statements are super easy in JavaScript, but I wanted to spend some time going over in this video how you would implement it yourself.